as a 5-year-old, I drowned. Hit my head on the bottom of the pool, dove in. To this day, I can still see myself floating, feel the sensation of the water running through my sinuses. I could see myself floating. They pulled me out, pumped my stomach, took me to the hospital, and I ended up fine. With that, there comes kind of the strong Christian faith I got ran over by a tractor and fell forward while my oldest brother was driving it in road gear going down a dirt road, hit a bump. I fell forward, tractor ran over my back. I stood up, had a tire mark across my back, had a cut in my chin, 7 years old, totally fine. Shaken up, crying, but fine.
Are you part cat? Do you have nine lives?
That's where I'm heading. Kind of to preface, maybe why we're here and having this conversation. A couple years later, I'm on my horse. Now, mind you, we lived out on the edge of town in the country. It was nothing to go out and I had a horse named Duke and I would just get on him and ride him and slipped a bridle on him and threw the saddle on him. He and I went out and rode down the road, and we're down in the ditch, and a gravel truck is coming down the road. And as the truck's coming, he starts scampering, and he's scampering out in the middle of the road sideways. And the dump truck got stopped in time, hit us, but just kind of launched us a couple feet. And then knowing I'm in trouble, we sprinted all the way, probably half mile back to the house. Driver called my dad, said, I have no idea how I got stopped. I was fully loaded. Is your son okay? And, I was worried that I was in trouble. Why'd that happen? Don't know. Then, I raced motocross. We grew up on motorcycles. I was always kind of a daredevil. Down below our pasture was a hayfield with no fences, and I was down there playing one early evening, and I was jumping the road, and I came out of the hayfield, probably going about 45 miles an hour, pulled the front end up to jump the road, and I T-boned our neighbor. Don't remember much about that. I remember her saying, you'll be okay, Kirk, we'll be at the doctor's office soon. And then when I got to the doctor's office in Lamoni, they put me in an ambulance and took me off to Des Moines. During that time, I was praying and doing quite a few things out loud. Woke up the next morning, my dad's asleep in the chair next to me, and I have these monitors all over me, and I start tapping them and watching the monitor move. And the nurses come in, and I'm fine, not a scratch on me. And then in junior high, I asked for a ride home from a friend, and on the way out of town, he followed the competitive school's bus, and he went to pass he went to pass a friend, and the friend wouldn't let him pass, and so we're drag racing down East Main Street. Another car's coming, and at 70 miles an hour, we turn sharply, car goes into a skid, rolls 5 times, throws 2 of us out. Car rolled over the top of me, broke my arm, and that was it. So that kind of packages maybe why am I going out on a limb. Now, during college, I had a good friend that I worked with who said, that's all just coincidence. You be the judge of this coincidence.
Maybe once, maybe twice, but
then I had
5-6 times.
Then I had cancer. So why would a guy who's in his 40s, I was 50. Guy's 50 years old, raising 2 kids on his own, not on my own, but my wife and I, weren't together, hadn't been for probably 15, 16 years. But why would a guy walk away from his corporate job, president and CEO of an organization, to go find, what is that thing? I did it. I felt the burn and the desire inside was more than sitting with that safety net. I walked.